20 days ago, I downsized all my possessions, packed up my car, and me and my senior pup Valentine hit the road with no home base or final destination. This video documents my last month in my childhood home and the process of emptying it and getting ready for this indefinite road trip. Here's a look at how we got ready for this new adventure and said goodbye. Today is September 1st, which means I officially have 30 days to downsize all my stuff into 6 to 8 storage bins so that I can fit that in my car, and me and Valentine are gonna hit the road and try out a more nomadic lifestyle. I feel like it's a really cool way of living and getting to explore your surroundings and also not be so bogged down by things. So that's my motivation and what I'm going to keep in mind as I'm going through all this stuff, because I know there's going to be times where I feel like I'm going to want to give up, but I really want to make this happen. And so I hope you'll enjoy being on this journey with me. And if you're also moving or going through a phase where you're trying to declutter, minimalize, think about what you really need, I'd also love to hear about your experience too. So leave a comment, let me know, and we'll just see how everything goes. I started off with clothing because that felt the easiest, and I really like Marie Kondo's method of gathering all the things from a particular category, dumping everything out and going through each item. So that's what I decided to do. I actually feel like I have a good handle on the clothes that I have, but there's still a good amount I can let go of. I might have to go through everything one more time, but so far I think this is pretty good and I'm getting rid of a decent amount of stuff. And here's a pile of clothes that I'm going to be taking with me. I'm going to be using space saver bags, so hopefully I can cut this stack down to like half the size. And I wanted to show you the duffel bag that I got because I love that it folds up into this little pouch when you're not using it. And when you unzip it, it becomes a pretty large duffel bag. It was definitely stuffed, but as long as I can zip it up, it's all good. And of course, after I fit everything in there, I realized I needed to take all of it out because I was still wearing some of the stuff. But I could pack up my jackets, and these bags really do save so much space. The easiest category for me ended up being sentimental items from my childhood. I've already kept certain pieces for quite a while now, and they are non-negotiables. They include handmade items and some of my favorite childhood dresses, including this one and my Snow White costume that my mom made for me. I also have 2 toys from when I was a baby. And now all this stuff was ready to be packed up. I was kind of avoiding it because I knew the hardest things to go through was going to be all my inventory and supplies I have for my small business. I'm an artist and a brush letter, and I have made cards, prints, stickers, and postcards, and there's packaging materials, samples, cards that the printer used the wrong paper on, envelopes, and then on top of that, I have a ton of arts and crafts supplies and papers and tools. This did take a while, but eventually I was able to sort through all of it. It is the evening of September 18th, and we have about 11 days until we move out of here and drive to the Pacific Northwest. And right now we are in the thick of it, and there is still so much to do, and I feel like the days are going by so fast. You know, there's a point where you just have to take everything out, go through everything, and so it is super messy. I feel like this is a part where it gets really crazy before it gets all put together and everything is nice and cleaned up, but it is starting to feel really stressful. It's just been so busy because I've been also trying to say goodbye to everyone, and my parents have been here. I haven't seen them for about like 8 years because they've been in Taiwan and they were supposed to come, and then of course COVID happened, and so that's already been like 3 years or so. So a lot of time has passed, so it's been nice having them here. Been helping a lot, and we've been doing errands, you know, so it's just been time consuming, you know, getting everything taken care of, and at the same time wanting to spend time with them and, you know, doing some fun things too. So I feel like it's been a lot, but at the end of the day, I know it'll all get done. It is quite the process, but I know we'll get there. But while she sleeps, I'm gonna keep on working and packing and sorting. So this is just check-in at the midpoint, and we'll see how it goes. And hopefully next time I see you, I'm showing you nice empty spaces. I scheduled 2 donation pickups with VVA. It's really easy to do on their website, and they accept a wide range of items, which was super helpful. Ever since I moved back to this neighborhood about 3 years ago, I've gotten reacquainted with my neighbors thanks to Valentine, since I walk her around the block in the mornings and evenings. It's always so nice waving hi or stopping to chat with neighbors and seeing friendly faces and our furry friends. I wanted to make sure to say goodbye, leave my contact info in case anyone wanted to stay in touch, and let them know that I appreciate them. So I made these thank you cards I could give to them and also to a few other people like the groomers and my dentist, who I'm also very sad to leave. I know I have so much to do, but saying goodbye was important for me too. The last 2 weeks was basically non-stop sorting. I went through photos that I tried to downsize, and I also found some old portfolios from college, and I couldn't bear to throw those out because so much work went into them. I ended up taking the pages out of the portfolio to save some space so that I can put it in my keep bins. I ended up with 6 bins of everything that I wanted to keep, and I was able to store them in a few different friends' garages. It was so nice of them to offer space, and I am very grateful. Since I don't have a home base or know where I'm going to end up, it was a little bit trickier to decide what I wanted to keep and what I'd need if I end up staying somewhere a little bit longer. So things like kitchen items and my comforter. It's amazing all the things we accumulate and all the things that we need for our daily lives. This whole process basically felt like Swedish death cleaning, which I highly recommend we all do. What made this stressful for me was a time crunch, but actually going through things and letting things go felt really empowering. Another part of getting ready for this trip was getting Valentine ready. I was worried about all the rain and potential snow, so wanted to get boots to protect her little feet and prevent muddy paw prints. I tried Walkee Paws, which had potential, but the back ones kept slipping off, and by the end of the walk, they were all off. Our final and biggest donation pickup came on the third to last day. I also dropped things off at our local Salvation Army, and altogether we must have donated over 60 large bags and boxes worth of items. I also sold a lot through Facebook Marketplace, and slowly boxes and bins started getting emptied, and then I went through the remaining rooms to clear them out. And of course, Valentine was by my side the entire time, supervising and keeping me company. As per usual, my estimations were off and every room took longer than I thought, but things were getting done and I could visually see the progress. Then on the second to last day, we used a house clearing service, which I didn't even know existed, and did an amazing job clearing out our garage and 2 storage sheds. And that takes us to our last day. Finally, I can share some before and afters with you. This is the living room and where my desk and workspace was set up. This is a room that I actually filmed in on September 1st. It was my makeshift storage space for all of my work stuff. And here's my room. It really started to feel real after I got rid of my bed. We are finally here. It's taken up to the last minute, but the house is empty and this home is ready for its new family. To say goodbye, I decided to use flying wish paper to make a final wish in this space. If you haven't heard of it before, you take out the thin tissue paper and write a wish on it with the pencil that's included. After you're done writing on it, roll the paper into a tube. Then you place it on the wish platform, which is a thicker piece of paper. After the tube is standing on the platform, you light the top on fire and watch what happens. It has been go since the sale of our house was initiated. I haven't really had a chance to process all of this, and I know that's gonna take time. But since everything's finally winding down, I've been feeling sad. I moved here in 1994 when I was in 4th grade, and here we are 29 years later. This home has been part of my life, whether I lived here or not, for more than half my life. And while I've had my ups and downs and complaints and gripes, I'm grateful to this house for being my home. Now it's time for our last night here and to go to sleep. On the last day, I woke up early to finish cleaning and packing, loading up my car, saying goodbye to my neighbors, then doing one last walkthrough. Valentine could definitely tell that something was up, but I was keeping her walk and food schedule the same, so hopefully it won't be too disruptive for her. Then after finishing up 2 hours later than I had wanted to, it was time to say goodbye. Goodbye to this house and to California and your beautiful beaches. Goodbye to Valentine's home and all of her favorite places and parks here. Goodbye to my amazing friends that I've made so many wonderful memories with. I don't know where this journey will take us, but I'm so excited to find out. I'm sure I'll visit California at some point, but for now, see you later. The next video will be filmed from the road as we drive from Los Angeles, California to Bend, Oregon. We can't wait to share more with you.